Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Just kidding, it's not my show, it's your screen, but I'm excited you're here. Today we're taking a virtual trip to one of my favorite places in the whole wide world, Italy. Get ready to say ciao to pasta, pizza, and some of the most incredible sights you'll ever see. Whether you're a seasoned traveler with a passport full of stamps, or you're just starting to plan your dream trip, this video is your ultimate guide to the must-see spots in Italy. We're talking about the kind of places that make you say Mamma Mia. We'll dive into the culture, the food, the history, basically everything you need to know to have an amazing time. So buckle up, grab a slice of pizza, or just a napkin to catch the drool, and let's get this Italian adventure started. First stop, Rome. This city is like walking through a history book, but way more delicious. You'll be surrounded by ancient ruins, stunning architecture, and the energy of a city that's been alive and kicking for centuries. You can't go to Rome without visiting the Colosseum, right? Picture gladiators battling it out, the roar of the crowd. It's incredible to think about what happened in that iconic arena. And don't forget to snap a selfie, so people think you actually went to Rome. Next up, Vatican City. It's its own tiny country right in the middle of Rome, and it's home to St. Peter's Basilica, one of the most awe-inspiring churches in the world. The art, the architecture, the sheer size of it, it's truly breathtaking. While you're there, make sure to check out the Vatican museums. You'll see masterpieces by Michelangelo, Raphael, and so many other incredible artists. It's like an art history class come to life. And speaking of masterpieces, you can't miss the Sistine Chapel. Michelangelo's ceiling frescoes are legendary, and seeing them in person is an experience you'll never forget. Just try not to get too distracted by the beauty and forget to look up. Now, let's talk about the Roman Forum. This was the heart of ancient Rome, the center of politics, religion, and daily life. Walking through the ruins, you can almost hear the echoes of the past. It's like stepping back in time. Of course, no trip to Rome is complete without indulging in some delicious Italian food. From pasta to pizza to gelato, your taste buds are in for a real treat. And don't forget the coffee. Italians take their coffee seriously, so be prepared for some of the best espresso you've ever had. Oh, and one more thing about Rome. The people watching is top-notch. The streets are always bustling with locals and tourists alike, creating a vibrant and exciting atmosphere. You never know who you might see. Next stop, Venice. Get ready to be swept away by the charm of this unique city built on water. Forget cars in Venice. You get around by gondola, water taxi, or maybe even swimming. Just kidding, please don't swim in the canals. Speaking of gondolas, a gondola ride is a must-do in Venice. It's the most romantic way to see the city, gliding through the canals while a gondolier serenades you. Just try not to fall in love with the gondolier. They've heard it all before. And while you're floating along, take in the stunning architecture that lines the canals. From grand palazzos to colorful houses, every building has a story to tell. It's like something out of a fairy tale. No trip to Venice is complete without a visit to St. Mark's Square, the heart of the city. It's home to St. Mark's Basilica, a masterpiece of Byzantine architecture, and the Doge's Palace, the former residence of the Venetian rulers. And if you're feeling adventurous, get lost in the labyrinthine streets of Venice. You never know what hidden gems you might stumble upon. A charming cafe, a quaint shop, or maybe even a secret garden. Oh, and don't forget to indulge in some Venetian specialties. Cicchetti, small snacks served in bars, are a delicious way to experience local flavors. And of course, you can't leave Venice without trying some fresh seafood. Venice is a city that will capture your heart and leave you breathless. It's a place where you can truly escape from the hustle and bustle of everyday life and embrace the beauty and romance of this floating city. Chapter 3. Florence. The birthplace of the Renaissance. Get ready to be cultured, because our next stop is Florence, the birthplace of the Renaissance. This city is overflowing with art, architecture, and history, so get ready to have your mind blown. First up, the Uffizi Gallery. This world-renowned museum is home to masterpieces by Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, Botticelli, and so many more. You could spend days here and still not see everything, but trust me, it's worth it. Speaking of masterpieces, you can't miss Michelangelo's David. This iconic sculpture is housed in the Galleria dell'Accademia, and it's even more impressive in person. Just try not to stare too long. It's a little awkward. Next, let's head over to the Florence Cathedral, also known as the Duomo. This architectural marvel dominates the Florence skyline with its iconic dome designed by Brunelleschi. And for the best views in the city, climb to the top of the dome. You won't regret it. And while you're in the neighborhood, take a stroll across the Ponte Vecchio, Florence's most famous bridge. This medieval bridge is lined with shops, and it's the perfect place to find a unique souvenir. But Florence isn't just about art and architecture, it's also about delicious food. Indulge in some Florentine steak, truffle pasta, or gelato. And don't forget to try some Chianti Classico, the local red wine. Florence is a city that will stay with you long after you've left. It's a place where you can immerse yourself in art, history, and culture, and experience the magic of the Renaissance firsthand. Chapter 4. Milan, where fashion meets art and history. Next up, Milan. Get ready to experience the chicest city in Italy, where fashion, art, and history collide. From high-end boutiques to stunning architecture, Milan has something for everyone. Let's start with the Milan Cathedral, or Duomo di Milano. This Gothic masterpiece is one of the largest churches in the world, and its intricate facade is truly awe-inspiring. And for breathtaking views of the city, take a walk on the rooftop terrace. Now let's talk art. You can't go to Milan without seeing Leonardo da Vinci's Last Supper. This iconic fresco is housed in the Santa Maria delle Grazie refectory, and it's a masterpiece of Renaissance art. Just make sure to book your tickets in advance, as they sell out quickly. And speaking of art, the Pinacoteca di Brera is another must-visit for art lovers. This museum houses an impressive collection of Italian paintings, including works by Raphael, Caravaggio, and Bellini. But Milan isn't just about art and architecture, it's also a fashion capital. Head to the Quadrilatero della Moda, Milan's fashion district, for some serious shopping. From Prada to Gucci to Armani, you'll find all the big names here. And after a long day of shopping, treat yourself to some delicious Milanese cuisine. Try the risotto alla Milanese, a creamy risotto flavored with saffron, or the cotoletta alla Milanese, a breaded veal cutlet. Milan is a city that effortlessly blends history, art, and fashion. It's a place where you can indulge in the finer things in life and experience the vibrant energy of this Italian metropolis. Chapter 5. Naples. Pizza, Pompeii, and picturesque views. Last but not least, we're heading south to Naples. Get ready for stunning coastal views, ancient history, and some of the best pizza in the world. Naples is a city that will ignite your senses and leave you wanting more. First up, Pompeii. This ancient Roman city was buried by the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD, and it's an incredible glimpse into the past. Walking through the ruins, you can almost imagine what life was like for the people who lived there. And speaking of Mount Vesuvius, you can actually hike to the top of this active volcano. It's a challenging but rewarding hike, and the views from the summit are breathtaking. Now let's talk pizza. Naples is the birthplace of pizza, and they take their pizza very seriously here. From the dough to the sauce to the toppings, everything is made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Trust me, you've never had pizza this good before. And while you're in Naples, make sure to visit the Amalfi Coast. This stunning stretch of coastline is dotted with colorful villages, dramatic cliffs, and sparkling blue waters. It's one of the most beautiful places in Italy, and it's definitely worth a visit. Naples is a city that will steal your heart with its chaotic charm, delicious food, and stunning scenery. It's a place where you can experience the true spirit of Italy and create memories that will last a lifetime. And that's a wrap on our whirlwind tour of Italy. I hope you enjoyed this little virtual vacation as much as I did. Italy holds a special place in my heart, and I hope I've inspired you to add it to your travel bucket list. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more travel adventures. And be sure to let me know in the comments which destination you'd like to explore next. Thanks for watching, and remember, life is short. Eat dessert first, and always say yes to adventure. Ciao for now.